all those things were and then injurious to us as a people. We need to start understanding that when you refuse to vote, you're disenfranchising yourself. It's yourself. So you must go there and participate. Go and connect your PVC. Go there and connect it. Hold it. At least. Anything could happen. Last time, my time we decided in the last minute, okay, everybody can go vote. How can you vote? There's no PVC. So go there. Once they start open register, go and register, connect your PVC. Hold on to it. That's the time if you want to get there or not will be there. It's changing now. Politics in Nigeria is changing. Nobody has violence as it used to be. Gradually, we can see improvements. We need to be in it to win it.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, my brother. Sometime just about a minute ago, we got cut off by the internet, but we are connected back again. Thank you very much for that presentation. It is very serious. In fact, it is explicit. And in case you're just joining me, this is BVI Channel 1 on a live broadcast, Biafra Discuss, and I have with me right here the anchor of Prime View TV based in London. Is a Biafran from the core, and we are discussing freedom before independence. What freedom is all about, that we now necessitate the independence of Biafra. We've said that independence had to do with the state, that Biafra state having a separate country from Nigeria. But before then, we're talking about the freedom of Biafra people now, not when Biafra comes, not when Biafra have independence. We're talking about now. And it is when you have your freedom, you can consolidate your movement for independence. And that is what I am discussing with him. You can visit his YouTube channel, his Facebook page, and you know, he's well equipped. In fact, if you have been here with us, you know and understand his analysis is on point. We are talking about the freedom of Biafran people currently, and everything revolves around politics, political decision. Many of you here out there will be saying, you are talking about one Nigeria politics. Voting in an election is promoting one Nigeria. Yet we cry, we still use Nigerian naira. Is it not promoting one Nigeria? Yet to use Nigerian passport. Is it still not one Nigeria? But we're not talking about one Nigeria because Nigeria is a failed state. We are talking about the realistic workout plans that will give you your freedom and ultimately your independence. Okay? We are not emotional about this. You see, Spencer, there's something our people does. They are very emotional about this whole thing. They are very emotional about Biafra. They are very emotional about this agitation. When you talk about these things, they say, no, we don't want to talk about Nigeria. But it is self-deceit. It amounts to us deceiving ourselves. It amounts to us deceiving ourselves.
Of course.
Okay? But we're talking about doing the right things, the needed things, so that we can get our freedom. It is when you are free,
yes,
you can now talk about your independence. It is when you are free. Let me tell you, if you are politically free, what happened in Imo State that we are even shouting or will not even happen? How many of Biafran people today voted? And when they try to bring in Ihenyo, I keep saying without, you know, I'm not a politician, so I say anything anyhow. Ihenyo is not a Biafran. He's not a Biafran enthusiast or Biafran agitator, because I've not seen him come out to exhibit such. He is not. So why are you shouting Ihenyo and using Imo State as a point of reference? They are playing their Nigerian politics, but the person that is the bigger maneuverer or rigger of the election will carry the day. But what are the Biafrans doing? Who is representing the interests of Biafran people there? That is the question. Tomorrow, if you protest, the same people will come and kill you on the street. But if you have somebody like me, let's say for instance, I'm your governor, there is no way Biafran people, in fact, we will be in the same meeting and we ask you on the day we are going to do what? We are going to protest. I can even declare a public holiday so that civil servants will join in the protest. That is the power of political power. That is what you can do. That is what we can do. It's a simple thing. If you are protesting, if they are killing us or shooting our people, or there is complete chaos, maybe through protest or civil disobedience, the world will start shaking and say, what is happening in this region? And they will not call you that is protesting on the street. They will not call you that is protesting on the social media. They will call the people in power. They will call your governors, your senators. Now, we have what is happening in your state. What is it? And you say, my people are asking for independence. So, and my people say they want to separate from Nigeria. That is the diplomacy we are talking about. You cannot talk about independence whereas you are not in power. You can only negotiate with who have the thing. Exactly. It doesn't matter whether you are the owner. For instance, yes. Spencer, you have a car, and I came and collect your car by force, yes. And I'm in control of the car. You can't even use the car because I am in control. I have taken it from you. First, I can even make you my driver, employ you as my driver in your own car because I've subdued you. I can use that car to collect collateral in your presence. I can use it to negotiate for anything in your presence. You cannot do anything because you have been overwhelmed. You have been conquered. That is our position in Nigeria. Until you reverse that trend, until you take control of your vehicle, you cannot control that vehicle. Despite being the driver, you cannot take that vehicle to your destination. You rather take it to the destination of those who have hijacked it from you. That is our experience, and that is the simple thing. So we are saying that the Biafra people should take control of their land and drive it towards their own destination. It's as simple as that. I don't know how it is rocket science. I don't know why some people are misinformed, and that is why we are not getting anywhere.
Chinedu, can I put this quick? Finally, let me just put in a chip in on that because examples of this are found everywhere. In the Scottish example, history is a good teacher. We need to learn about what history is all about. In the Scottish instance, for instance, there was only one parliament in England, in London, right? Scotland, they want independence, don't forget. But what they've started agitating for, their ultimate goal is independence, but it started with regional, what they call the devolution of powers. Yeah? So now, they now started agitating for their own parliament first. This is how it works. You don't just get it straight away. So when they started agitating for their parliament, because initially they had nobody, they created the Scottish SNP. When they created the party, they used the party, they started winning votes in their local boroughs. When they started winning votes, they had SNP members representing them. They now had a voice in the UK Parliament, in London. So when they had a voice in London, those people with the mandate of the people started speaking for our Scottish Parliament. That's how it happened. And eventually they voted, and the lobbying and all that happened. You need to work with people. We need to work with the Hausas. We need to work with the Yoruba, Fulani. We need to work with everybody to get what we want. You cannot get it by yourself. Now, they lobbied with the English. In the UK, we have different tribes. We have the Scottish, Irish, English, and Welsh. Yeah. So these are people. In the UK, they're not just one people. There's different, but they live together. But now, what happened? They used that mandate to now lobby for a parliament in Scotland. Now Scotland has their parliament. Is it? So now they're now able to make their own laws in Scotland. Now from that process, they're still looking at the referendum. They kept on pushing it because they have people in there to talk for them. Eventually, David Cameron in 2014 gave them the referendum. They went for the referendum, they failed. But they're still fighting. They have the numbers.
They're still pushing. They're still pushing.
You see what I'm saying? Now they have the political power. In this COVID-19 period, you saw what happened. Schools, in London, the Westminster Parliament will be making one decision. They'll say, no, in Scotland, this is how we want it. So, for instance, if in Nigeria they don't want the anti-grazing with this, and that's what will happen. And this is what we need to start thinking. There are examples of ways it don't happen already. Let's follow the tried and tested route. If we know how Barcelona wins the football match as a coach, Mourinho, why don't we want to follow that system and win too? Why do we want to make it difficult for ourselves? Follow the tried and tested route. Follow the laid down law. What the genuine cause. Time is not a factor in this thing. We shouldn't say it. When Moses was come, what Moses said the promised land, or who said it was Abraham, I can't, it's a promised land, but I might not get there for you. I might not get there with you. Because everybody knows that if it's a genuine struggle, you might not be there to see. So it's something you hand over the back to your descendants, people coming. This is where we are at this struggle. Fight. Look at what we're doing. And that's how it happened. In Scotland, from 1934, we're in 2020, they're still battling for their secession. But at least they've been making slow progress. And eventually, one day, when they now come to vote again, if they get the referendum to vote again for Scotland to leave, it might happen next time around. And Scotland will become freely independent. But when you look at the time frame it took, it didn't take them 2 years. It didn't take them 3 months. It didn't take on by January 2020. It's not going to happen. We need to start telling ourselves the truth. And one more thing I need to buttress on. One more thing. If we're going to have a struggle, in law, there's a maxim. He who comes to equity comes with clean hands. I know about propaganda. In the first war we had, the Biafra war, propaganda didn't pay us. False propaganda, you see your people being killed for nothing. And nothing will happen anyway. Propaganda has to be played with the tactics. When you're being pandering, spreading rumors and all of that, be careful. You need to understand what you're doing. During the Biafra war, propaganda saw people getting starved to death. If we're pretending we're okay to the international community, they will say, okay then, well, you're winning the war, then no problem. And what happened? Until one day, the BBC on the ITV then went and uncovered the news of people starving inside Biafra. Because there was propaganda war going on. We're doing well. Our people we're winning the war. So we can't keep on going that way. We need to understand where this is Nigeria of 2020. It's a bigger nation. It's the biggest economy in Africa. Whether you like it or not, it's not a small nation. You cannot just walk away.
With a lot of interest. With a lot of global interest.
So it's something that can't just happen overnight. You can call Nigeria, yes, we know the flaws, but Nigeria is not a small nation. It's not a walkover.
Nigeria is.
We need to understand where we're doing.
You see,
understand where we are. We need to know what to do and the right thing to do, and be patient. And eventually, our promised land shall come. Thank you very much, Chinedu.
Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your time, my brother. It's really wonderful with you. You know, the last bottom line of what we're talking about now is the emotional part of it. You know, if I come out now or we start telling you that we are going to bring down the zoo, I am going to demolish Nigeria. In fact, we are going to level everywhere ground. Just you are going to wake up tomorrow morning and we are in Biafra. We are winning. In fact, we are going to all those things. You will like it. We will call Nigeria every kind of names. It is wonderful.
Yes.
Nigeria, I do say it the way it is. Nigeria is a failed state. I am here. You can come and kill me or come and carry me. I'm not interested because I have the will to speak.
Yes.
Nigeria has failed, yes, but it is not all about how loud you have cried. And even if you cry and cry out blood, we have been killed in thousands and yet nothing happened. We are killed in millions during the war, nothing happened. I think we should live above our emotion and face the reality. It's a simple thing. It is not a rocket science, and it is not a going to the shop and buy it. Come, I get them. Come, I get them, you pay. It's not buying and selling. Freedom is not buying and selling. You don't just wake up one day and go and buy freedom or independence. It is something you have to fight for. It's something you have to walk yourself through. It is a war. It's an economic war. It's a political war. It's a diplomatic war. So I think we have said it all. We have far spent our time. We are supposed to end by 7 o'clock. But let us quickly take this call before we go. Please, Darwin, I know you're already packing up to go, but let us quickly take this caller. Yes. Hello.
Hello, brother. My name is Chizoba, calling from Spain.
Chizoba, go ahead with your question or your submission very briefly, please, because we are wrapping up already.
Okay. What I want to say, because I heard a man saying what Nnamdi Kanu and the IPOP do not have and they should start it now. Many people always come and say what Nnamdi Kanu and the IPOP do not have and what they have. Nnamdi Kanu cannot kill himself for all of them for their liberation. He was called for this job and he has put in and showed that he is committed to it to death. So those who come say what they have not, they should start it. They are there in Nigeria. If they say we need people to speak Biafra in politics, let them, as they say, Nigerian government is workable. There is a system. Let them put those people there to speak it. Let them stop hiding under their comfort zone, speaking whatever what they have, and go inside, outside, and keep their mouth shut. He has cleared the ground for them now to be bold and come out and speak what they want, and he's doing that. So let them play their own impact, because now they cannot carry everything on his head. Because when they wanted to kill him, one of them they shut their mouth up, and he escaped.
Your comment is quite valid. Your comment is Your comment is quite valid, but I don't think you understand what he said clearly. He said Nnamdi Kanu and his group have done wonderfully well in terms of raising the consciousness of our people, which is true. Nobody can take that fact away from our people. But he said that we can go beyond that and put Biafrans in government houses. Do you have any problem with Biafran people being in government houses?
I have no problem with that, my brother. But let them.
That is exactly what he's saying. That is saying the same thing with him.
Let them not expect Nnamdi Kanu to do that also.
No, we are not asking Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu is just one person in Biafran land. We are talking about the entire Biafran people having that consciousness that they need to be in power to effect the change. That is what he's just talking about.
Yeah.
Nnamdi Kanu had the credit that he has raised the consciousness. No doubt about it. Nobody has raised the consciousness of Biafran people more than Nnamdi Kanu. With his radio and broadcast. Nobody can take that away. But we need more than a broadcast to fix our road. We need more than a broadcast to fix our hospitals. We need more than a broadcast to sign Anti Open Grazing Bill into law and stop Fulani people from killing our people in our homeland. We need more than social media to get involved and face the people who are oppressing us and say enough is enough. That is what he's talking about, and that is what we're talking about. Which will help us to get Biafra.
That is what I'm saying, my brother.
My brother.
But
that is what I'm saying, my brother.
Respond to you. Hang on
now. Start.
Hang on. Hello. Hang on. My brother, hang on. He wants to respond to you quickly.
Let me respond to you, my brother.
Hang on.
Okay.
You obviously didn't hear clearly what I said, right? Because if you did, you'd understand that what you're saying is the same thing as what I'm saying. And what I've said is, we know that people, and prior before Nnamdi Kanu, there was Wazirike, there was Ojukwu. I will lay the foundation out very well. So the point is, every one of them have done their own bit. But I'm saying at this point in time, it's time that we need to have a political platform. It mustn't be Nnamdi Kanu to do it, but we're going to still rely on those who have the same ideology to back whoever comes out. So say, for instance, there's a new political party called the SUD that has the Biafran ideology. We want people in IPOP to support it. We want people in Watsap to support it. We want people in Mobile to support it. We want it to support that idea because it's a collective effort, like you said. And that's where we have to understand that. And when it's come to this stage now, we now need the political process to drive it further than we are now. Because at the moment, we're going to be stagnant. It needs to move forward. We need to re-strategize. And the only way to do it now is to have a political platform which we can all hinge on and use it to work. So once you have people with the same ideology, those things that we see as problems, we will have people that will voice with a mandate. You need people with the legal mandate to speak for you. And that's what I'm talking about. So once you have that, it's not about Nnamdi Kanu, he's only one man. Nnamdi Kanu is one individual. He's done his own bit, but we need more people to now key in and see the good in what he's doing and use it to do better for our people. And that's all I'm trying to say.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you, brother, for calling. Thank you, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And I think that wraps up everything that we're talking about and address some kind of misinformation and some kind of misconception about the discussion we are having today. Spencer, I must say thank you so much. You have done justice to today's program. We hope to have you again on this platform. Don't forget, the man you have here with me is the anchor of Prime View TV. Prime View TV is also doing what BVI is doing, and also on the same platforms where BVI is, on Facebook, on YouTube, and the other social media platform. Ensure you go there, subscribe. You have, it's loaded, as you can see. You can hear from him. You know, on this thing we are doing here, BVI Channel 1 is not in competition with anybody. We want more voices. We want more people to open up platform. I want to, when BVI is short, we have thousands of other platforms saying the same thing. That is what we want, so that nobody will say, if they cut me down, then the whole thing comes down. No, it is spread far and wide, and that is why I love what he's doing. Spencer Nyangwelo, Prime View TV, his team, they are doing wonderful things. They are doing wonderful job. Go out there, subscribe to their channel. You can also see it by the corner of our featured channel. You see Prime View TV there. Click on it, subscribe on it, and get properly informed. On Facebook, you can do the same. Follow them, and you will be proper. I am also following them. I'm also a subscriber to the platform. So you can see we interchange ideas and information. God bless you, Mr. Spencer and Nyangwelo, for having a time.
Thank you very much, Chino, and keep up the very good. If you keep up the good work you're doing, we in diaspora, we know it's you, and everybody knows about the platform, and you're doing wonderful well. So thank you very much, Chino. More reach to able, and I must commend you for hitting the target this year. Well, you said it's 1 million, but you hit the milestone we discussed about.
Yeah. So, yeah. What can we do? What can we do if not people like you and people like them out there? They are the ones. Every one of you have made this platform what it is today. We owe you the appreciation. We cannot take any glory that is not ours. It is your own glory. It is your own victory, and this is just one. We are still having in front of us a 900,000 to hit, and we can do that simply. And bring people, share the videos, encourage people to be on this platform. You know what we can do? We can provoke the kind of revolution that will hand over the freedom we desire so earnestly. Because here, this is where we are being tied. Here, mentally, that is where we need to open up. This is where we have to free ourselves from first, with the right information. That is what we are offering you on this platform and other platforms that are doing the same, just like Prime View TV. Thank you so much for being part of this program. We appreciate you all. See you next week. See you next week Tuesday on Matters Arising, and on Fridays as usual like this is Biafra Discuss, same time 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. on weekly basis. Don't forget, 1 million match is a must. Start calling the numbers. Start calling the numbers 0810-420-7522 0810-420-7522 to join the 1 million match. You can also call this number 080-6098-2212. I call it again 080-6098-2212. Call these numbers and be part of the 1 billion march. We need to mobilize people. We don't have any time. Time is running out of our hands. We need 1 million persons from each state, beginning with the 5 frontliners and the 500 frontliners that will give us 20 persons each under them, so that we can start the crusade. We call them the crusaders. So please get involved, start calling, start getting involved on these issues, and we will get there for our freedom. Thank you so much. Spencer, I want to thank you too for being part of this program. God bless you all for watching, and I will say stay safe. Coronavirus, they're real.
Yeah, Chinedu. I'll go.